Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphaning. Didn't I tell you? Ripple is deep in Southeast Asia. Stellar, because of Lightnet. Lightnet wants Stellar, XLM, to replace Swift in that region. So now you have the royal coins, the king coins, XRP and XLM, deep in Southeast Asia. Why? I believe, and I've said this for quite a long time, by the way, but you have Ripple corroborating what I've been saying. How long have I been telling people about Lightnet already with XLM in Southeast Asia? And then we saw what was happening with Ripple in Thailand and such like that, and different things going on. That I believe Southeast Asia, because of all the different flow of capital there, tourism, you have P2P payments that people are sending back to other countries, home countries and such like that. There's so much going on there. And that's not to mention that they're growing exponentially over there, right? There's a lot of people that are expats moving from their countries over to Southeast Asia. So, they're doing pretty good, opening businesses there. Then they want to send some of that money from their business over to family, things like that. You got a B2B payments market over there. It's booming. Like I said, that's also interconnected, obviously, with some of the tourism in that region. That region is going, it has the propensity to explode first. And not only that, because they have the propensity to explode, they're willing to take risk. They're willing to go to move first on different technologies. We've seen that in a myriad of ways, have we not? They're willing to advance technologies and utilize them a lot of the time before the rest of the world, okay? I think that region could explode first as far as utilization of these particular bank coins. And I think that's why Ripple and XLM are getting deep in there. They're getting deep in there fast, almost faster than how they're starting to plant roots in Latin America. Because Algorand is dominating Latin America. That's pretty much Algorand's regions right now. They're just dominating more than everyone else there. Although you do have XLM there, and you have Ripple doing some things here and there, but XRP and XLM are rapidly expanding in Southeast Asia. Why? Because I believe that they see strategically that region can be the first to really start using really using the bank coins and have mass adoption quite easily. But let's read this article here. This is an article on Ripple.com. And it goes as such. The header is Apac leading the way in instant payments. What did I tell you? I told you. Countries across Asia Pacific have become global leaders at delivering instant payments through digital banking solutions. Their experimentation and innovation around alternative payment rails to better facilitate both cross-border and domestic instant payments serves to bolster the region's growing stature and leadership across the payment sector. I told everybody, these companies have done tons of research. They have some of the most brilliant minds coming to them in briefings. They have analyzed these particular regions. They've looked at their financials. They understand where the capital flows, the major capital flows are, and they're saying, listen, let's plant roots here. Meticulously, I might add. So it's wise for one to see, like, okay, well, let's plant some roots in Latin America. Latin America is going to explode. Let's plant some roots in Africa. Africa's going to explode 10 to 15 years or so. But Asia Pacific, Asia overall can explode. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't. That's what they're telling us here. Let's continue on. In recent years, Apac has grown to dominate the digital banking sector with 20% of approximately 250 digital banks worldwide based in the Apac region. What did I just tell you? I told you. Alphaneem told you. Alphaneem knows. Oh, man, I feel so good because all of this research is finally paying off. All of these things that I've read, PDF documents, financials, is starting to feel good because it validates all of this knowledge that I have acquired. And they're telling you everything I've been saying since last year. 20%. Look how dominant they are. I told you, this region can go first. This region could be not region, sorry about that. But Asia could be the reason why the bank coins have that first wave of a parabolic run, that first wave of money coming through to make those prices pop off, so to speak. 20% of approximately 250 digital banks are based in the Apac region. Woo! Don't tell me that money doesn't feel good to you. I know that money, we're talking generational wealth. When you light that fuse, let me tell you something. If it pops off in Asia, right? Let's say they adopt everything a little bit faster. They start using those banking coins, XRP, XLM, because they're deep in those regions and people want them there to replace SWIFT and the whole and use them for infrastructure and save money and all types of different awesome things, right? If they get on it, a lot of other regions around the world are going to say, wait a minute, I don't want to be left behind. I want to make a lot of money too. I want to save a lot of money too. And what does it do to that price of XRP? You think that price is going to stay at 80 cents, 84 cents, 70 cents, 72? Is that what you think? You believe that? What's it do to that price of XLM? If they actually succeed and LightNet has them replace SWIFT in that region, keep in mind the heavy hitters who back LightNet. One of the investors and backers of LightNet owns 7,000 7-Eleven stores and owns 6,500 other stores in Japan. So they're heavy hitters. What happens to the price of XLM when they start using it to replace SWIFT? What happens then? Does that price stay down there? 20 cents, 25? You believe that? 30 cents? You believe that? 50 cents? What? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but we're going by the facts here. Let's continue on. Regional leaders to highlight include Singapore. We know who has connections with Singapore that are the bank coins. Okay. The time is near. The time is near. I feel it. I could be wrong. Like I said, 4 years, 5 years is nothing for me. Nothing. Ranked in the world's top 5 most competitive financial centers. That's if we have to wait, by the way. We never know. Regulatory clarity could be coming. The SEC case could end. We're going to wait to see. One step at a time. Ranked in the world's top 5 most competitive financial centers, which has enacted clear and effective governmental regulation and support of innovative payment technologies and achieved a 58% increase in instant payments. This is, you know what? This is unbelievable. Number one, the thoughts of that money feel too good. And number 3, this is going to make me actually dig in to a lot of the entities that they're referencing here. I want to see their financials. I want to know how much money is coming out of them so I can know where that price is going to go. And I will be doing my own personal calculations so I can get make a little bit of an adjustment on where I think that price of XRP and XLM can go. But this is huge, major. 58% increase in instant payments in 2021. Let's continue on. And the Philippines, which saw virtual currency transactions jump 71% from 2020 to 2021. Who made corridors in the Philippines? Have you guys been remembering? You want to know these things. Who built the corridors over there? Who has active corridors in the Philippines? There's a couple of bank coins over there. Ooh, that price is going to raise, in my humble opinion. Now, financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't ever want to be. But that price is going to raise. Oh, this is getting real good. While instant payments are taking off faster in APAC than anywhere else, I told you, their success in the region is not guaranteed, of course. All wise people have to tell you there's no guarantees because we understand there's a lot of people that are going to they feel like everything they hear is a guarantee, and that's just unwise, and that can cause people trouble. That can cause a lot of entities trouble. There are no guarantees in anything. In life, there's no guarantees. So you should always have that in mind. But of course, you want to play to win, and you want to make sure you do things meticulously so you can bring home those victories. That's why it's important to do your own research. That's why it's important to read the PDFs, read the documents, read the posts, read the white papers, and to know what you hold. Know what you hold and what it's supposed to do and where. Then you'll know where that money is going to come from and how much money you could possibly be making in the future. Depending on how many of those particular assets you hold. Okay, everybody holds a different amount. So what's going to be for one person as far as where they're going to want to take profit is going to be different than where you're going to want to take profit, and the amount that they can maximize on taking profit if they get out at the right time. That's if they want to get out, because there's a lot of different ways to go about this when you have that parabolic run. But let's say that is one thing that's on your mind. That's going to be different for you because the amount of coins that they hold or tokens that they hold, whatever it is, it's going to be different than what you hold. So all of these things are something you have to, it's very personal, obviously, but it takes a lot of calculation and a lot of due diligence. But let's go on. Let's continue on here. While okay, it's taking off faster than everywhere else. Okay, key contributing factors will include further blockchain and global banking platform adoption, as well as close collaborations between business and government. That's not going to be a problem. That is not going to be a problem. There's a lot of reasons I say that, but we'll cover that in a video coming up. We're going to cover it. Trust me on this. Let's dive into how instant payments. Okay, I'll do a little bit. There's so many connections that Ripple and Stellar have with the central banks in those particular regions, especially like, let's say Stellar with LightNet and such like that, and all of these big backers of that system, and then Stellar Foundation itself. Then there's other entities that are building on the Stellar blockchain, as well as Ripple, that are independent of them. Of course, these are decentralized protocol. People have been doing that for quite some time. Not people, but entities. So they are already for the larger part, accepted by those particular governments, while those governments are looking at ways they can experience exponential growth. They're very, very wise in that region where they want to make a lot of money in the easiest way possible with the most secure technologies possible, right? They've been doing this for a long time. And as you can see, it's working because they've been thriving. Okay, let's continue on here. What are instant payments and why should I care? Instant payments are digital transactions between participating banks that leverage an instant messaging/payments layer, allowing for real-time settlements that deliver exceptional end-user experiences. Many non-crypto instant payment networks require pre-funding beneficiary accounts to enable a real-time transfer. A higher level of transparency, which is often unavailable in transfers from traditional financial institutions, that's because they're absolutely terrible. I added that little part, they didn't write that, can be achieved through digital payment rails. More banks, more banks coming. Let's continue on here. For example, some transactions are able to bundle the payment and the payment data together. This is what we were talking about before with how the legacy system used to segment where they send the actual payment and then they send the data separately. But now we have the bank coins, which they can keep everything all together at one time and move them instantly all together at one time. Brilliant, brilliant design. But let's continue on here because I think they're going to iterate that to you now. Okay. For example, some transactions are able to bundle the payment and payment data together using end-to-end notification flows and immediate confirmation notifications. This type of transaction is a convenient, secure way to exchange information between all parties involved. There are also various overlay services that help with ease of use and security for both domestic and cross-border payment system linkages. Like linking mobile numbers to bank accounts as a way of identity verification. Crypto forward instant payments offer even further benefits. Yes, Ripple. I like that Ripple team. They are bringing the money. They are earning their keep. I love every second of reading their documents. They're so aggressive with going for the victory. They're going to take the final shot like Michael Jordan. Yes. And what does it do to that price? It makes that price go up. That ensures that money is coming. No guarantees, but I'm just sharing how I feel personally, okay? Crypto forward instant payments offer even further benefits, which means it's superior, including increased speed and efficiency for both sender and receiver with 24/7, 365 availability. Remember I said that before, that was something that's very delicious for the banks to think about using, right? Transfers can be processed at any time, including weekends and holidays. That means more money for them. And then because of high transaction volume and possibly higher transaction values, more money for us holders of XRP and XLM. Let's continue on here. This dramatically speeds up the global flow of capital, didn't I say that earlier, and gives consumers always on access to their funds. In the case of transparency, payment service providers, PSPs, can further benefit from the use of services like RippleNet's account lookup API, which allows both sender and receiver to exchange information via flexible API calls on many types of metadata, including validation of a beneficiary's account details prior to sending a payment. Certain crypto solutions, such as on-demand liquidity. I'm so happy that Ripple patented that and that the legacy system hasn't gotten an advantage on that yet, because that, I'm telling you now, banks are salivating, drooling over the possibility of using on-demand liquidity. And a lot of powerful entities are drooling over on-demand liquidity. Also, eliminate the need for pre-funding. This frees up working capital. Remember, I talked about allocation. Now that you have all this money free from all the different ways that the bank coins benefit you, you can play with that money. You can allocate it into a myriad of different places. This is also why I said small businesses are going to want to take a bite out of the bank coins. Why would you not want to save money? You want to continue to use that legacy system offering that you're moving money back and forth from? You do. You want to lose money while the rest of the world is thriving and saving money? I don't think so. But let's continue on here. This frees up working capital that ODL customers can then, hey, who at Ripple's been listening to Alphanine? You talking a little bit like I am. Can then reallocate. How long have I been saying that, everybody? The reallocation of all of this money that people will be saving because of the bank coins. That is a massively delicious aspect of the bank coins. Reallocation of money that is freed up now and you can play with. Who doesn't want more money? Let's continue on here. Customers can then reallocate and use more efficiently to stoke additional growth. They sound like they listen to Alpha. I've been saying this for so long. Ah, man. Real-time settlement and lower cost payments in local currency are made possible regardless of funding source or destination, thanks to the flexibility of crypto. XRP, that's what it says there. It says XRP, which acts as a bridge currency between sender and receiver. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take for everything to pop off, to begin to start. Right? Infrastructure has to be set up. We're still waiting on regulatory clarity, but I'm going to tell you what, there is a golden age upon us. And that golden light is coming from golden bricks, silver bricks also, giving us something pale like moonlight. What I'm saying is the future is brilliant, bright, because of things like this. Now, let me tell you something here. They have a lot more in this article. Ooh, they have a nice little graph here. Head on over to ripple.com. Head over to ripple.com and read this post, okay? They have so much more that they're saying in here, and they have a nice little graph here you definitely want to take a look at. It's titled, this is on ripple.com, and it's titled Apac Leading the Way in Instant Payments. Also, if you go to their Twitter, make sure you follow. If you're not following Ripple on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing, but you definitely should. Go over to their Twitter. They have a link there. Read this article. It's going to blow your socks off. If you have any cash on the side, you might want to, I can't tell you what to do, but I know what I'm going to do. I think you can see where I was about to go, but it just makes you want to do that because you see that things might be close. I personally, over the next week or two, I'm going to scoop up just a little bit more. I think I'm pretty good on the bank coins. I think I'm good. But I just a little bit more. You can never have too much possible generational wealth. You can never have too much. I want to prepare. I want to over prepare. So, kept you all here long enough. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.